Spring season is here, and that means one thing: allergies. Lord goodness. So that also means itchy, watery eyes, and worst of all, those crazy hives that we hate to get. So we're going to talk about 3 natural antihistamines to help you fight back this spring. Okay, so the first one is going to be onions. Now, not just any kind of onions, specifically red onions first, and then yellow onions second. Red onions have the most antihistamine power. Yellow is a close second. It's a close second. Now, the reason that you want to keep those onions within your everyday diet, especially during the spring, other than the antihistamines, is also that it helps boost your immunity. If you signed up for my newsletter, then you already know, and I've already learned, that allergies really do tear at your immune system. As much as we hate to say that it does, because I've seen a lot of parents where their kids have allergies and their kids are like tired and just cranky, and they feel like it's not the equivalent of a cold or flu, but it actually does wear at your immunity. So onions gives you the 2-for-1 special of bringing down the histamines being released in your bodies, and then also helping to boost your immunity. Now, really quick, when we talk about the word histamine, because I'm sure when you look at your Benadryl or your Zyrtec or Clearaden or whatever you might actually use as a prescription or off the shelf, right? When we say the word histamine, all that it means is you got to think about it as like I'm kind of like let's go with like a Wakanda type of vibe, right? So when you have like the King's Guards, right, the Dora Milaje, how they fight, they protect the kingdom. That's what histamines are. Your immune system releases its own Dora Milaje when it feels that there's something coming into your system that's going to cause it harm, aka an allergen. So it releases that out there, and so it means it's a good thing because it's your body trying to protect itself. But what makes it annoying is when you get these overreactions of just, to me, too many histamines. I don't know if that's really how to phrase it the best way, but when we start getting the itchy, watery eyes and the all that going on, and the hives, popping up all over our bodies, that means there's a lot of it being pumped out, and we want to calm that down. Almost like a fever, right? Fevers are good until they just get too high, and that's when, damage can start happening. So another thing that you can use as an antihistamine is green tea. I mean, like, seriously, who would have thought? And I can actually say I've used green tea as an antihistamine and found pretty good results with it. It's not necessarily like you have to get a Chinese green tea or anything like that, but of course, a great grade organic green tea, or to my matcha lovers, you already drink an antihistamine. So even if it's matcha, even better. Those have antihistamine fighting properties within them that'll help calm down all those symptoms that are happening in your body. And just like onions, it's also great for your immune system because it's full of antioxidants. So it's going to help, again, fortify that immune system while also helping you fight whatever allergen you're exposed to. I do want to say that even though we usually talk about allergies during allergy season, there's plenty of other reasons that you can end up with hives or, anything or any other type of histamine. I know some people who struggle with like severe thyroid issues, they end up with hives. It's not common, but it can. So just please keep in mind, if it's a histamine problem, outside of even the spring issues that we tend to go through, this is also great information. Now, the last one, probably not as well known if you're not really into the herbal life, but if you are, then you already know about this amazing herb. It is nettles. Now, as not just a herbalist, but a mother, I love nettles for a couple of reasons. Number one, it is nutrient rich. It is full of so many vitamins and minerals that are just good for your body overall. Secondly, because it's amazing for children. So if you do have a baby over 6 months, which you can also go back and look at my When Can Babies Have Herbs video for a reference. But most of all, if you have children, it is great for their immune system because, again, it is nutrient rich, but it's also a phenomenal antihistamine. So if you do struggle, your child does, this is a good herb for the whole family. If you're worried that your child has an allergy, which I plan on doing a separate video altogether about this, but a quick tip, you can take nettles or whatever herb that you're concerned that they're allergic to, go to the inside of their arm, rub it, leave it for 24 hours, and if they break out, then you know it's a no-go. Some people do have an allergy to nettles. Now, to me, it's a more gentle herb, so not as common as I think we would probably assume if it was something, you know, more like calendula, that's part of like the marigold family or anything like that. But it's still good to check because we don't want to make an allergy on top of another allergy. So even for yourself, you can use that little self-check. So again, the 3 are onions, specifically red and yellow, green tea, or matcha for my bougie people out there. And then last but not least is nettles. Now on top of that, if you have, again, are tapped into my newsletter, what you already know as well is to leave those processed foods alone. They make your allergies worse. Stay hydrated because the seasons are changing, and most of all, keep a great diet. All those things work together. You can't just drink the tea, but they work together in order to make sure that you really get through allergy season. But this last little thing I want to leave with you, if you want to learn more about these antihistamines and also how to boost your immunity during this time, please check out rootedtruly.com, my website. Go to the blog section and check out the blog that I dropped this week in order to learn more, okay? So I look forward to seeing you for another segment soon, and remember to get rooted truly, okay? Awesome.